What I want to talk about in my video today is a question I get asked all the time, which is it worth investing in Carnival shares? What does it mean to invest in Carnival shares, and what is it meant to me? I bought my Carnival shares back in August 2018. Now, of course, that was before the pandemic, and I can assure you the price at which I paid for Carnival shares was a lot higher than they are today. But I'm not an investor. I'm not a specialist when it comes to finances, but I do enjoy a cruise, as you know, especially on P&O cruises. Carnival have lots of other brands under them: Holland America, Costa, Seabourn, Cunard. There are lots of them. So what are the benefits then of being a Carnival shareholder? The first thing to say is to enjoy these benefits, you need to have 100 shares. Once you've got 100 shares, and you're asked to prove this when you apply for your shareholder benefits, you are entitled to extra onboard spend in all of the brands that Carnival are responsible for. Obviously, I'm interested in P&O Cruises, which is the cruise line that I've cruised on for the last 10 years or so, and I've had my shares for two and a bit years. And during that time, I've enjoyed lots of extra onboard spend. In fact, my total, bearing in mind that during the pandemic we didn't cruise at all when it first started, I've actually made over £600 in just onboard spend. If you look at the Carnival website, you'll see all of the brands that Carnival are responsible for, and you will see that for each of the brands and for the number of nights that you're on a cruise will depend on how much extra money that you can enjoy. For me, for P&O Cruises, it's £30, £60 or £150, depending on how long your cruise is. And that just goes onto your onboard account before the start of your cruise. Before the start of every cruise, and I think they ask you to do this at least 14 days before you're due to sail, you need to send an email to the relevant department of P&O applying for your shareholder credit. And as long as you can provide a screenshot or something from a statement from your shareholding company, from your account online or whatever, or a PDF, they will apply that extra onboard spend for you. Now, the other important thing to say is that it's not a given right to have shareholder benefits with Carnival. It's something they review every single year, and I would advise you to go to the shareholder website of Carnival, the link of which I'll put below, and it lets you know at what point they're going to review the next round of shareholder benefits. I think at the moment, all benefits are available to shareholders up until the 31st of July 2022, and that is reviews on an annual basis. So do have a look at the shareholder website just to make sure that they're still offering the shareholder benefits that you want to enjoy before you make your final decision. Now, as well as receiving onboard spend, before the pandemic happened, Carnival were also paying out regular dividends. I would get around about £35 every quarter since I invested with Carnival. Now, dividends effectively are a share of the profits that the organisation, that the board of directors decide they're going to give to the shareholders. At the moment, obviously, with the economic situation as it is, dividend payouts haven't been happening. But before the pandemic, as I said, I was enjoying about £35. I think I just reached just over £40 with one of the payments. So it's not just the onboard spend, it's dividends as well. This video really isn't about how you go and get your shares, but there are lots of ways you can do it. Personally speaking, I did my share purchase via the Halifax share system. I just went onto the website, followed the instructions, and within a very short period of time was able to transfer my funds across from my current account and then purchase the 100 shares that I've needed, as I say, back in 2018, and that's where they've sat ever since. There are lots of other organisations where you can buy shares from. You obviously need to just be aware of the relevant fees that they'll charge you and stamp duty that's payable on any shares that you purchase. Just be aware of that. So there are extra fees involved in buying shares. It's not just the value of the share at the time. Ultimately, it's a decision for you as to whether or not everything together means it's worth it. For me, I'm not in any hurry to sell the shares, especially since they've dropped in value. For me, I like the fact they can give me extra onboard spend. And as you've heard me say already, over £600 of extra onboard spend across about 7 or 8 cruises that was. Plus another couple of £100 in dividends. So for me, I'm enjoying the benefits as a Carnival shareholder, and I'm not looking to cash in the shares anytime soon. So for me, it's a really good thing to do. Whether you want to do it or not, of course it is a matter for you, but if you know you're going to be cruising with Carnival, with P&O, with Cunard, with any of the Carnival brands now or in the near future and continue to do so, just like me, I would definitely say that it's a good thing to do.